welcome back for another Scale Club scoreboard update. Now, for those of you who don't know or are unaware, Scale Club is our community of business development managers all across the country working to grow property management companies by finding and generating leads and putting them through the funnel and working to close them and add doors. Now, normally when we report out December numbers, we see a little bit of a drop. We expect that there's going to be some seasonality coming across in December. Things typically slow down. People are less likely to want to make changes. Everyone settles into what we refer to as the holiday season, right? And so typically when we forecast, we assume that December is going to be a little bit lower than other months. Now, that was not the case this month. In December, our BDMs actually closed more doors than they did in November, and they closed more doors than they did last year. I got to thinking about why is that? Why have we closed more doors in December than we did in November in a month that we typically see things slide back a little bit? And I really think that although market conditions and several other factors come into play, it's because our community refused to become complacent with the holidays and sit back and relax. We actually went out there and taught BDMs that, hey, this is the time to hustle. This is when you put the effort in. Everyone else is in holiday mode. Everyone else is relaxing a little bit. Now is when you go over the top, and go over the top is exactly what they did. So without further delay, let me share with you our results for the month of December 2023. Now, really interesting, you will see that our community added on average 8 doors per month. That's of all members across the entire community, which is up 10% from November. Our top performing BDMs, so the top 50% of our community, were adding an average of 13 doors in December. That's absolutely incredible. That's on pace with what we saw in August and September. So as you can see, they were up 30%, and we had some big wins in the month of December. In fact, we had our BDM close the highest number of doors in 1 month. I want to give a huge shout out to Brad, who closed 126 doors and landed him at the top of our leaderboard. Now, those 126 doors were some multifamily, some single family residential, but Brad's been working on this deal for a while and he absolutely crushed it. So big congratulations to you. Then we also had no slacker right behind him, Eugene, Oregon, at 21 doors. And believe it or not, he was actually down just a little bit from his previous month of November, but still signed 21 doors. In Glendale, or OC, California, 13 doors, and that was up from November. Austin, Texas at 11, and then Hampton Roads and Denver came in and tied with 10 doors in December. Overall, our community signed 313 doors in December. That's an increase on November. We couldn't be more proud of our BDMs for continuing to hustle and go out there and execute and do the things that we need to do in order to sign. Now, interestingly enough, this was all with a decreased lead volume. Yep, you see that right. We had an increased number of doors with a decreased lead volume. We were heavily focused on converting deals in the pipeline and making sure that we were progressing people through and converting at each stage. So lots of really exciting things, as you can see in December. Our BDMs were 75% to goal, and we can't wait to share with you what they achieve in January. Before I leave you though, I want to give you an update on what we're focused on this year in Scale Club and what we're kind of driving towards. You've heard us mention Allbound. That's going to be a theme throughout all of 2024. So we're really excited to connect Allbound and the theory of inbound, outbound, and nextbound all together in a lot of our skill development sessions and continuing education for our community. This month, we are focused heavily on closing. We are focused on lead conversion systems and making sure that you're converting at the highest rate possible and moving people through that pipeline. In order to do that, you've got to have a good system in place. That's what we're talking about in Skill Dev, which is the last Friday of every month. If you want an invitation, please reach out. I'll get you a calendar invite. We'd love to have you step into our community and hear what our BDMs are doing. That's it for me. So back to you, Jeremy.